Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines here. Visa targets stablecoin settlements. Russia minting digital coins. What's going on here? Ripple purchases $8.4 billion worth of XRP off the secondary market, no less. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter for exclusive content. Right now, $1.11 trillion market cap for crypto. We're up 0.2%. Good afternoon, everybody. My, oh my. I love this crypto space. I love to smell of crypto in the morning. I love to smell of crypto in the evening. Yeah. Bitcoin 23,100 plus, Ethereum 1,600 plus, Tether market cap 68.1 plus billion right now, they say. XRP is 40 cents. And by the way, USDC, we're going to have to talk about it today, 41.8 billion. Remember that number. Take a look at this. If you haven't done it, you want to join the Digital Perspective Mastermind group, because I'm going to tell you, your life is busy, and I know that. And you can get your time back with the community and the tools inside of here to help you achieve your goals. Everything from crypto, investing, and all kinds of tools that you need for that, as well as wealth creation and mindset, ladies and gentlemen, which is really a big deal. Get in here, learn what's going on. The true secret weapon is the collective of this group. Very supportive group, unlike what you find on social media, especially of recent. Let me tell you, time's running out. We will cap this event and this deal. And don't forget as well, if you want a VIP ticket with the annual subscription, that's what you get. It's XRP Las Vegas. It is the XRP Army meetup of a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen, and you will have the chance to network and grow and connect with the people you've made relationships online with forever. And there are going to be some incredible attendees. Stay tuned for details. Sign up. It's on the Twitter. It's underneath of this video. Put your email on there if you want to know. You will. That is going to sell out. I can tell you that right now ahead of time. 40 million XRP worth $15.9 million transferred from Bitso to unknown wallet. 41 million XRP worth 16.2 million transferred from unknown wallet to Bitstamp. 32 plus million worth 13 million transferred from Binance to unknown wallet. Now, in just a second, we're going to have a conversation about on-demand liquidity in the secondary market and about how Ripple has been really, to date, as far as I know, the largest purchaser of XRP off of the secondary market. Stay tuned for that. Very quickly here, John Deaton representing 76,000 XRP holders, and I'm proud to say I'm one of them. Yeah. And truthfully, at this point, if you don't understand it, I'll help you here. John Deaton's representing the entire cryptocurrency retail community. That's how big this has gotten. And he reminds us here that what we're talking about when we're talking about XRP or cryptocurrency or a digital asset, we're really talking about code, computer code. And just because you can make an investment contract out of something, whether it be a digital asset or a beaver pelt or something of that nature, or any other thing, or whiskey or whatever the historical precedents have been, does not make the actual underlying asset a security. You could have security investment contracts over oil. We all know that's a commodity, or gold. Very nice reminder from John Deaton there. General Counsel for Ripple, Stuart Alderati. He trolls the SEC a little bit over the spy balloon that was shot down. He said, just released photo of SEC's misguided case following 2 years of Ripple's relentless defense. You gotta love them when they have a sense of humor, don't you? I know I do. Then there was this. Shout out to Ty. This was floating around. He was curious. He shared this here. Basically looking with the eyes, saying Ripple lawsuit removed from the SEC website, right? But if you go there, and I did, and you can click this link, you will still see it is still listed. So it isn't a sign as of yet that there is some movement in the case, at least that we could see from that knowledge. But I do appreciate Ty sharing the information and getting all of us to take a further look. But this is something to note right here, ladies and gentlemen. Payment company Visa is seeking to build muscle memory around settlements, with plans to allow customers to convert digital assets to fiat currencies on its platform. If we go into this very quickly here, it involves USDC and the Ethereum network. We've been testing how to actually accept settlement payments from issuers in USDC starting on Ethereum, and paying out in USDC on Ethereum. So these are large value settlement payments. This is what Coy Sheffield said during a fireside chat event, and Cointelegraph's team on the ground at Tel Aviv covering the two-day Ethereum conference. According to the executive, global settlement with digital assets and fiat currencies is one of the avenues that Visa is investing in. He specifically stated that's been one of the areas where we want to build muscle memory. The same way we can convert between dollars and euros on a cross-border transaction, we should be able to convert between digital tokenized dollars and traditional dollars. But wait, there's more. The payment giant has been exploring how to incorporate blockchain technology into existing network to move money faster. But settlements still take place on the SWIFT system, which is Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, a not-for-profit cooperative society formed by European bankers with the purpose of facilitating secure and standardized transaction communication between its members. This, to me, is exciting, whether it's Ethereum starting there or not. This, to me, is exciting because it's a major payments company looking to be able to strategize and target stablecoins for settlement. And we all know the cost efficiency that can come from that. The authorization makes Alpha Bank, and by the way, we also know the pressure it will put for clear legislation in order to do it. Authorization makes Alpha Bank Russia's biggest private bank, the second largest banking institution that can mint digital coins after the state-owned Sberbank, which is the largest bank in Russia Federations in terms of assets. You know, look, Russia's not messing around. They're moving forward. China's moving forward. BRICS coalition is growing like crazy, now expanding to the tune of 51% of the world's population. This will become its own payment fractional zone, right? And all of this is really derived around getting away from the US dollar and the sanctions that can be imposed because of SWIFT. The world is moving quickly, ladies and gentlemen. I showed this morning, but bear with me for the 43 seconds, the people who didn't see this morning's video, and you should go watch that video.
Have seen the loss of trust in the dollar and the euro and the pound as the currencies in which you can carry out transactions, hold deposits or assets. And that is why step by step we are moving away from the use of these unreliable, compromised currencies.
There you have it. That is said as straight as it can be said right there. They're moving away from it step by step. And again, this all points to it's not one day and then the next day it's something else. It points to exactly what I know I've been watching and tracking for years in this space. It is a phase implementation of moving away from the major currencies of the world here. That's what's taking place. Don't believe it. It's still true. They're telling us. We're not even speculating. That is the president of Russia telling us exactly what they're doing. But we also understand that the countries around the world, albeit Russia, certainly China, they're all holding some of their greatest assets to date, and it's U.S. Treasuries. So this step by step is exactly what it needs to be, because just a complete dump trying to hurt the United States is only going to hurt themselves. So as this unfolds and takes place, I think that's why we're seeing the visas, the U.S. Faster Payments Council, all of these things coming together, the U.S. waiting to the last possible moment to take a step in this arena because they know they have the most to lose. They know that they have the most to be harmed because it's the U.S. dollar that serves as the global reserve currency now, isn't it? Now let's talk about this. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about the confidential committee and the buyback there, and possibly the Fed buying back XRP and then really exorbitant high prices. Look, I've made it very clear from this channel, the thing I'm interested in from the confidential committee is getting a valuation that works so retail investors can understand what a real, true, fair market value for XRP actually is. Because there's things that we don't know as retail investors. It's quite simple. Right? We don't know how many NDAs that Ripple has because Ripple is not a consumer-facing company. And then we're not supposed to know, right? There's no harm in that, right? But that's where we're kind of in this place of we don't get to know certain things because we're not an institution. We don't know how many option contracts have actually been taken out and pre-allocated XRP locked up in those. We don't get to know those things. But this is something we do get to know. And what I see here is Ripple being a good steward, in fact, a great steward of XRP's escrow and what they do for their customers. Now think of this for a moment. Ripple purchases $8.4 billion worth of XRP from secondary markets since the SEC lawsuit to sustain the token's price. Now, if you remember, as an example, Tetragon held Ripple shares, not XRP, but Ripple shares. Ripple went and purchased those shares at a higher valuation than it was currently. Currently, at that time, Ripple had a $10 billion valuation. Ripple purchased the shares back from Tetragon at a $15 billion valuation. Now, Ripple is purchasing XRP from the secondary market and redirecting that into on-demand liquidity. Now, what I find interesting about that is that I find that is really good monetary policy if you believe XRP to be money. I believe it to be money. I certainly see it as a digital asset that serves as a virtual currency or a bridge currency, whatever makes you feel better to say it. And what I see here is a huge effort to control monetary policy of an asset to make sure that it's a reliable price, just in the same manner that you would see the Federal Reserve issue treasury bonds and then buy them back in order to create a maintained and trusted price for their product that they offer, which is the US dollar. You know, I don't see anything wrong with this. I see this to support healthy markets. I also see this as like, this could explain why the World Bank in November of 2021 says they see XRP and XLM as stablecoins. Now, what's interesting to me here is that XLM is a nonprofit company, which is fine, but they had an escrow and then they burnt the escrow in 2019. So how would they do the buying back and issuing tokens if they don't have the escrow anymore? Maybe they do it with their own personal holdings. I don't know XLM's story the way I understand XRP. But if we understand that Ripple is working as a lender of last resort, as we've heard many suggest inside of Ripple's camp, whether it be Miguel Viez or others, then what we really see is the exercising of good, solid monetary policy of this virtual currency digital asset XRP to ensure its confidence in price against the fiat currencies of the world. And if you can create enough demand and enough reliance for that, especially if we see a real moment of the geopolitical landscape and the economy globally shifting winds away from a debt-based system and a global reserve currency status that's always held by a nation, which is what we've experienced in the world to date so far, then I think what we see is the opportunity for an asset like XRP to serve as a bridge as we continue to watch, as the Russian president said, step by step, watching Russia, China, all the members of BRICS, certainly Saudi Arabia of late as well, begin to diminish their position in U.S. treasuries and allowing the opportunity for a digital asset like XRP to serve as a bridge to help insulate not only the US, but other entities around the world from the spillover shocks and effects of the change from a debt-based system to a multipolar asset-backed system. And what would be so bad about that? I don't think anything at all. Right? The idea is that we're moving to a place where we could see a world exchange, where an asset could sit in between everything of value and make a market for it, as long as it has value and it's been tokenized. And if that's the case, then I think what we're seeing out of Ripple certainly is not a guess at whether it's a buyback. Ripple has been doing a buyback for some time now. But what I really believe that buyback speaks to is sound monetary policy, which is something that could be welcomed in a time like this. Before I get out of here, if you haven't put your name on that list, click the link underneath, get that Ledger Stacks, not your keys, not your crypto. Love this Ledger Stacks invented by the creator of the iPod. And while you're at it, click the link for the Privacy Pros underneath my video as well and get yourself a Faraday bag. I just had 2 of them show up today, and get the bill file and make sure whether it's fire or flood, your keys, your private words are very, very safe. Click the links underneath the video, not financial advice from me or anyone else. And before we get out of here, keep this in mind while we move through this crypto winter. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds